Ugly teams need love too. And there's two really ugly games this Sunday on the early card in the NFL, but I think there's some money making opportunities with both of them. Free plays coming up for you in both the Dolphin Browns and Saints Bears games here for Sunday NFL, right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. And just because a game is ugly doesn't mean you can't cash. I'm going to give you free plays in both these games with some analysis. I like the Chicago-New Orleans game a little bit better, but I wanted to quickly touch on this Miami-Cleveland game at the top of the video because we have a battle of 1 and 5 teams here. But the sharp money lean looks like it's on Cleveland, and I say that because it's 2.5 now, but the sharper books are 2.5, minus 15, minus 20. Even bookmakers now have gone to 3+ money offshore, one of the sharpest books in the world. So if you're going to play Cleveland, I'd play it sooner than later. Grab the 2.5 before this game kicks off at 1 Eastern on Sunday. If you do like the Dolphins, wait for a +3. They might show, but I would rather have Cleveland in this game. A battle of 1 and 5 teams. The one edge that I think either team has here is that Cleveland is substantially better on defense, and they're at home. I'm not sure there's much home field advantage at this point after a 1 and 5 start, but they probably would like to get a win in front of the home fans. And if you look at this game overall from a defensive perspective, it's a pretty big difference. The Dolphins overall this season have given up, on average, 6.6 yards per play, and the Browns have given up just 4.9. So that's a yard and a half per play worse defensively. Now, I know Cleveland's offense has been horrendous, and by the way, the Thursday night game, we cashed another play in that Thursday night free game with the over Bengals-Steelers. I told you Flacco looked good last week against Green Bay, and then he looked good this past Thursday against the Steelers, and I'm bringing that up because how bad is this Cleveland offense? Flacco looked terrible in Cleveland, and it shows what a difference the receivers, the offensive linemen can make for a team. Flacco's looked fantastic in his 2 games with Cincinnati, which was a very explosive offense. Maybe Joe Burrow's not as good as we thought. Shh, don't say that. Or maybe Browning, the other backup quarterback, is as bad as we thought because he didn't do anything until Flacco came in. But Dylan Gabriel has struggled in his outing so far. Flacco averaged 5.1 yards per pass with Cleveland. Gabriel's averaging 4.8. Flacco at a 60 QB rating. Gabriel's been better at an 81. The reason's because Flacco had a lot of interceptions. 2 touchdowns, 6 picks. Gabriel, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. So the youngster has not thrown interceptions. I think that'll be the difference in this game. Cleveland most likely going to win the turnover battle. They haven't turned the ball over in either of the last 2 games. Dolphins have been a little sloppy at times this season. And Dolphins only win. They're 1 and 5 as well. It was a little bit of a phony win against the Jets. The Jets are horrendous. And Miami barely beat New York despite having a 3-0 turnover edge in that Monday night game a few weeks ago. We'll take the much better defensive team in a basic straight-up win situation. Cleveland at minus 2.5 or less. Hold your nose and play this ugly game on Sunday afternoon. Now, I do like this other one a little bit more. We have another 1 and 5 team, the Saints, playing the Chicago Bears, also at 1 Eastern. And this looks like a tough spot for the Bears. And by the way, Chicago is one of the most public plays this week. If you'd like to get all my public plays, check out my NFL Fade the Public video, which is right here on WagerTalk TV. And by the way, when you click subscribe, click that bell for an instant alert so you'll know when all these free play videos are posted, including my Fade the Public video every weekend. But Chicago's getting a lot of public love this week, and not a surprise. They just upset not my Washington Commanders last Monday night. And they definitely weren't my Commanders because we had a strong client best bet on the Bears last Monday night in that game at Washington. So not a surprise to me. I thought it was an excellent scheduling spot. Chicago was coming in off the bye week, but they've now won 3 in a row as an underdog. Upset wins against Dallas, the Raiders, and the Commanders. 3 straight wins as an underdog, and they'll be a dog probably the next 2 weeks as well at Baltimore, maybe at Cincinnati now. Who would have thunk? Flacco turning them around. So this is a little bit of a letdown spot, in my opinion, here at home. So definitely don't mind fading the public in this one if you're looking at the side in this. And by the way, Chicago currently about a 4.5 to 5 point favorite. But I think the total might be the better play in this game. Early money has pushed it from 44.5 up to 46.5. 46 is a dead number. 47 and 48 are key numbers. So at 46.5, which is the current line, I like the over in this one. I look for both offenses to move the ball. The Commander game last week came up just a bit short, just a bit outside from the total. Landed on 49. I saw it close around 49.5. But Chicago's moving the ball well offensively. They've scored 24 points or more in 4 of their 5 games. They've scored 21 in all 5 of them. They've scored 81 points in their last 3 games combined, those 3 wins. Looks like they're starting to figure things out offensively, and they should be able to move the ball against this Saints defense, which has been nothing special this season. Meanwhile, the Chicago defense, though, is still a concern, and that's one of the reasons I think the Saints could be a live dog in this one if Chicago comes a little bit flat, because letdowns normally happen more on the defensive side of the ball in these type of games, and Chicago's given up over 6.5 yards per play this year against teams that average just 5.9. Their run and pass defenses have been bad, especially their run D, and that'll give a little more time for a weak Saints passing attack, I think, to get on track. Do we dare look at a Saints team total over? If I lean Saints and the over, that would get you leaning Saints team total over, and it's a pretty modest number, 20.5. Gets us right below that key number of 21. And the Saints' problem is they've scored 21 or less in 5 of their 6 games this year. But I do lean Saints. I lean over. Saints team total over 20.5 would make sense as well. But if you had to choose between all of those, I think the over 46.5 for the full game, because then we get that Chicago offense into the mix, is probably the best way to attack this at 1 o'clock Eastern Sunday. Hey, there you go. I talked about games involving 3 1-5 teams. Ugly, but I always bring it to you here on WagerTalk TV. I do all the spotlight games, including Commanders, Cowboys. I've got a free play in that late national TV game this afternoon on Sunday. Also, your Sunday night game, Falcons, 49ers. Both Monday night games, Buccaneers, Lions, Texans, and Seahawks. So I thought I'd mix in maybe an ugly game to keep you honest here for this week in the NFL, Week 7. And don't forget my Fade the Public videos here as well. Let me know if you're liking these free play videos, if you're liking these double videos where I give you 2 games at once. And also if you're liking the weeknights. The NFL Prime Game 1 again, I mentioned now 7-1 on our free Thursday NFL plays this season as we cashed again this week. Sunday, Monday night games I give you free every week. All the weeknight college football games. I gave you all 10 weeknight college football games last week. And some people complained because a few of them didn't win. Look, folks, when I'm doing all 10 ugly weeknight college football games, they're not strong plays. Some of them are light TV leans only. I'm trying to give you information in all these games so that you're doing your own handicap and you can find some spots that maybe have some value. I let you know which way I lean, but keep in mind, if you want my official best bets, you got to go to my page at WagerTalk.com. We're on over a 65% all sports run the last couple weeks in baseball and college and pro football combined, and now the NBA starts this Tuesday, which long-term has maybe been my most profitable sport for the past 29 years. Now is a great time to be an all sports, all access client. And if you want to try out a 7-day sampler, get 7 days and nights for just $69, dude, with promo code WEEK30, WEEK30, WEEK30. Get you the next 7 days and nights of all sports, football, baseball, and basketball for just $69. Now, it's normally $99, but when you choose the 7-day $99 package, use promo code WEEK30 at checkout to get it down to $69. Or if you want a really good deal, how about a 1-year all access for about $1 a play? Instant $500 discount when you sign up this weekend. No promo codes needed. It's on the main page right above my daily free play. That's right, I post a free play on my page every day. Right above that, you will see the instant $500 sign-up link, plus a bonus 25% coupon for anything else you want to purchase over the next year from any other cappers. You don't have to get it from me, though. That 1-year all access gets everything I have every day, my personal best bets that I am using. And by the way, it is a true 365 package, because if I ever pass when it's a small card, say maybe 1 or 2 games on the board, like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, if I pass, you get an extra day added on. So you get a true 365 days of best bets for about $1 a play with that instant $500 discount, plus the bonus 25% coupon. Whew, what a great offering. Don't forget, the NBA starts this Tuesday, and then the following Monday, the college hoop season starts. So the following week is the only time of year in which all 5 major sports that I handicap are going at once. So this is the ultimate time to get on board with an all-access pass, and that 1-year all-access gets it down to about $1 a play with the instant $500 discount right now this weekend on my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. On the way out, don't forget to follow me on social media at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L, MERRIL, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And if you're liking these free play videos, all I ask is a quick thumbs up, like, smash it, click it, boom, you did it. Thumbs up, like, and positive comments below, and I will keep doing more and more of these free play videos, even some of these ugly games for you. And let me know your thoughts on this Sunday. Do you like either of these games? What games do you like? Hey, drop some analysis if you have time. Let's learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And when you click subscribe, click that bell so you never miss out on free plays when they're on the channel here, because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.